Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another informational video. Today we are hooking up the DMP RX1 high-speed printer. I went with this printer that's bundled up right in here in this package because it's a workhorse, it's fast, it's durable, and the prints are not very expensive. On top of that, we're gonna be setting up the WCM Plus. This is like a router, like a wireless server that's gonna communicate with our iPad photo booth to the printer itself. We're gonna go ahead and set this up together. We're also gonna be diving into Snappik and actually setting up the event when we intend to use a printer that's gonna print out those physical photos for our clients. After that, we're gonna actually dive into the experience of printing out photos, the speed of printing out those photos, the quality of those photos, and also comparing those photos to both the iPad and if we decide to use a DSLR camera in our booth. So we're gonna compare the quality of a DSLR camera, which we already know should come out great, to the iPad photo booth. Now the reason I'm doing this is because some of you guys right now are on the fence of whether you're gonna go with a selfie booth with a shell that houses an iPad, right? Those are simple to use and simple to set up. Or if you guys want to maybe target clients with higher quality photos and maybe use a DSLR photo booth, right? So congratulations if you guys already bought your photo booth directly from the manufacturer and saved a ton of money. If you guys haven't done so, I'll go ahead and share my suppliers with you guys in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started on this very long video. And it's a long video, but it's an informative video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do timestamps throughout the video so that you guys can fast forward and skip to the part that's going to be most helpful for you. Let's go ahead and get started right now. All right, guys, welcome to the part where we're gonna unbox and actually set up the printer and also install what's called a media kit. Now, as you guys are shopping around online, doing a lot of research on YouTube and other platforms, you guys are wondering what photo booth printer or what photo printer should I be using for my photo booth setup? And so after a ton of research, I went with a DMP RX1 HS. The HS stands for high speed. I also got the bundle that included the media kit along with this awesome padded durable pouch that's gonna house and keep my printer safe. Now guys, you wanna keep this printer safe and you wanna keep it from getting banged around left and right, and this is the perfect, so that's why I invested and I went all out in protecting my investment, which is this printer here. Another thing to note about the DMP RX high speed is that it's basically supposed to be the fastest printer in the DMP lineup right now, and it's professional as well. And so that's the reason I just went for it and I invested into these DMP RX1. Now, right now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be pulling it out for you, not like that, but I'm gonna pull it out for you right now. And then we're gonna go through the setup together. So let me go ahead and do that right now. Just as a heads up, guys, this printer is not the lightest, but it's not the heaviest. So I'm just gonna set it aside here right now until I move that pouch out of the way. Move this pouch out of the way. I keep the cables in here. It's gonna come with several cables. It's gonna come with your power cable that you can connect to the wall. We're gonna be using an anchor today to power up our printer and our WCM server. It also comes with a firewire just like this. All right, so I'm gonna move this to the side now. Really quick, guys, just wanna give you a visual of the pouch, how beautiful it is. I got it in black. I think black is, you can't go wrong with black. It has handles on each side. It has a zip pouch inside and outside, as you guys can see. So I think it's definitely worth it. The inside is padded just like this, so it's gonna make transportation easier and safer. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to step it up and buy that carry pouch specifically for this bad boy right here, the DMP. All right, so what I'm gonna be doing next is I'm gonna be zooming in a little bit more because I wanna make sure you guys set this up properly. And on top of that, I wanna make sure you guys don't make any costly mistakes right off the bat after you just made such a big investment on this beautiful DMP, all right? So let me go ahead and zoom in just a tad bit. We're gonna go ahead and connect it to some power. We're gonna load it up and we'll take it step by step. All right, so we have the anchor, what's gonna be the power source for this specific video. And as you can see, guys, the DMP printer is gonna come with a catch tray like this. This is where all the scraps are gonna go into. In addition to that, you guys are going to get, depending on who you guys buy from, you're gonna get another tray that looks like this. Now this tray comes in handy because this tray is actually gonna catch the photos. It sits like this, connected to this part like so. All right, so let's go ahead and move this to the side for now. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna take the power cable and I'm gonna connect it to the back. Now, as you guys can see right in the back of the printer, there's only 2 outlets for the power right here, which I'm plugging in the power in right now. And right above here, we're gonna have the fire wire going through here. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna be connecting on here in a few moments, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and connect this to my anchor like this for now, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the anchor. And I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit more because there are several things I wanna share with you guys. And I wanna make sure you guys get a really good visual. So let me go ahead and move this a little bit closer, like that. I like that right there. All right, so when it's fresh out the box, you guys will notice something. Check this out. I'm gonna open it, holding down this handle. I'm gonna open it just like this. There is a protector, okay? This is like an impact absorber is what I would wanna call it. Now, you'll notice it'll say required for transportation. Don't throw this in the trash, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not throw it in the trash. The reason why is because this is gonna be protecting your printer if it shakes a little bit and you don't want the internal components to get messed up, okay? So this is how the cushion impact absorber looks like. Do not throw this away. You're going to need it when you are going from event to event. All right, so that's next. Next thing I'm gonna do, guys, is this. I'm gonna put the tray back, this specific tray. I'm gonna go ahead and put it right back in here, just like that. It's really that simple. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the printer, and we're gonna pay attention to these indicators right over here. So you're gonna get these lights right here to light up. And these lights mean things, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is when you guys open up your box, you guys are gonna get a roll that looks like this. This is the white roll you guys are gonna get. This is the roll right in here. And then it's gonna come without these things on attached to it. So these spindles right here, you'll get those 2 in a box. All you gotta do is clamp them in and then turn around and clamp the other one, boom, in. And you guys are gonna install it just like this, okay? So just follow my lead. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it from the sides, and I'm gonna let it fall into place just like that. All right, once you guys have done that, I wanna show you here. I wanna make sure you guys get really good detail. I want you to notice how I'm gonna feed the paper, and I also want you guys to notice these lights are gonna change as I feed the paper. Now, right in here, there's a little arrow that says, here, let me get even a better visual for you guys. I really want you guys, right there. See this arrow right here? We're gonna feed it in until we hear a beep, okay? Now let me go ahead and feed this in, but let me move the camera back. The reason I wanna move the camera back is because I want you guys to see how I'm gonna feed it all the way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and feed it. Push it down here as I'm feeding it. Okay, now I'm gonna push down here and feed it some more. Look at these lights right over here. Oh, you guys can't see them? Yeah, look at these lights right here. They're gonna change as soon as it gets to the very bottom here and makes contact. See that? Now it's only one light flashing. So that's good. We got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and install the die. Now the die, guys, it's really easy to install because it's color coordinated. So we're gonna match the yellow with the yellow here, and then the rest of the bottom, we're just gonna simply connect it right inside. And then what it's gonna do is it's gonna spit out 5 pieces of paper. What it's doing, it's calibrating. Let's go ahead and do that together now. I wanna get the white in right here. We'll worry about the wrinkles later. That. Okay, and then I'm gonna go down here give it a little bit more. Plug that in there, and then put that right in here, like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spin this a little bit, just to be, just so that there's not too much slack like that. All right, guys, and then I'm gonna close it. And I want you guys to see what's gonna happen next. Now I forgot, it's funny because I'm showing you guys a tutorial and I forgot to put the catch tray. So this is when the catch tray would have caught these right here. I think it's gonna spit one more out. It's usually a total of 5. So I caught 1 out of the 5. That makes me the most valuable player for today. All right, guys, so now your DMP is calibrated. Now it's ready to connect with a device like this. And for this next part, that's exactly what we're gonna be doing next, all right? So let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the video. Now in this next part, I'm gonna show you guys how to connect the WCM Plus. Now I went with the WCM Plus because it just dropped not too long ago. It was released 2023 October for regular consumers to order. So now you guys can order this for yourselves. The reason I went with this model, not only because it's the latest and greatest, but quite honestly, there's supposed to be a massive leap in how fast this responds and gets the printers going. So this is what I went with because it's supposed to be the best thing out right now. So we're gonna find this out for ourselves right now. I did a lot of research, and this right here, guys, is gonna run you anywhere from $200 to $250, all right? So let's go ahead and install it, and we'll take this step by step. Let's go. Now, when you guys receive this, as soon as you open the box, it's really simple. It comes with a quick start guide. I'm gonna be your guide for today. I'm gonna put this to the side. Before I do that though, let's go ahead and pay attention to this part right here, where you'll read, and it says that in this device, the Wi-Fi setting select is the DMP WCM-XX. And then it says that there is a default password, okay? The default password is DMP12345. Just wanted to read that out to you guys. I was kind of looking for that, so that's why I'm pointing it out. And so, okay, so this is a little modem right here, or a little router. And quite honestly, I think it's pretty sexy looking. As you guys can see, there are 2 micro HDMI ports right here. There is a Type-C, an audio input. I don't know why that's there. We have a total of 3 USBs right in there, along with a Ethernet connection. And it looks like this is gonna be the wireless router that helps us out. Right here, we got air vents. This is a CPU in a way. And right here, we have a memory card, another air vent as well, and 2 indicators right here that light up depending on what we're trying to achieve. And it's gonna be giving us a status on what it's trying to accomplish, all right? I like the colors. It reminds me of my logo for my photo booth business. And then it comes with some power that you can connect directly to the wall. This is the Type-C. And it also comes with a FireWire. It's gonna be USB to the back of the printer. So that's what we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using this to connect this to the printer, and we're gonna be using the Anchor as our power source. So let's go ahead and take care of that step. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and jump on Snappic, set up a very quick event just for photos, and show you guys how to select the printer mode, and then we'll take it step by step until we achieve this together, all right? All right, so let's do this. All right, so first things first, what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm going to grab the cable that comes with the USB. I'm gonna grab this cable that comes with the USB. This is gonna be plugged into this little modem right there. We'll go ahead and plug it in right in here. All right, that's where I plugged it in, right in there. And then I'm gonna get the other end, and I'm gonna plug this behind the printer. There's only 1 outlet, so you guys can't go wrong. This is the part that I'm going to be connecting behind the printer. All right, let's go ahead and do that. The next move we're going to make is we're going to go ahead and now power this on. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect it to a Type-C port right in here. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Yeah, now we're gonna attach the Type-C right in here, And then the other end of the Type-C is going to go connected into the anchor. And then we'll take a look at these indicators, and you guys are going to see that it's getting power. And when you guys do this every single time, this printer is going to do something pretty amazing. I like DMP because when you get two products, DMP and DMP, they communicate well, really well. Let's go ahead and do that now. And let me find a compatible cable, Type-C to Type-C. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Type-C cable right in here, and I'm going to put it right in there like that. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to connect the other end to the anchor right over here. There's a Type-C outlet here on this side. I'm going to go ahead and connect that. And then you guys will see now that these indicators, these lights, are starting to light up. So that means that there is power going to it now, and it's communicating. Here's something that's very interesting that's going to happen in a few moments. You guys are going to see that once they start communicating with one another, they're going to make a beautiful baby. I am kidding, but it's going to shoot out a photo, and that photo has information we are going to use for our iPad photo booth. Okay, we don't want to call it an iPad photo booth, but for the sake of the conversation in the video today, that's exactly what we're going to be calling it. So we'll just wait for this to print out since it's communicating with one another right now. Leave that there. Excellent. All right, just what we wanted. So as you guys can see from this photo, there's information on here that it's definitely going to help us out. So one thing, and I hope that you guys can see it, it says that we only have 657 photos left to print. So it allows us to know exactly how many photos we have left for that specific event, which takes the guessing part out of the equation. All right. On top of that, it shows us that it's going to be printing out a 4x6. You guys can see that right in there. And then we're going to take this QR code right here to scan it with a camera on our iPad that we're using for the iPad. I keep on saying iPad sharing station, but what I truly mean is for the iPad photo booth. And then we're going to scan the portal, and this is going to take us directly to the portal, and it has the IP address right down here, which is going to make life really easy. We're going to do this step, but before that, we're going to go ahead and create an event on Snapic really quick. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next step. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. We are here on Snapic. This is how the dashboard looks like. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to explore Snapic, just know that in the description, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys a link where you guys can click on that link and get a 7-day free trial to Snapic. If you guys fall in love with Snapic like I did, then you guys can use that same link and get 10% off on your subscription. Let's go ahead and move forward. I'm going to go to create event here on the right side. We're going to go to new plain event. I'm just going to do this as a photo tutorial, and then I'm going to go ahead and next right over here on the right side. I'm going to call this DMP photo print, or just DMP photo booth. How about that? Keep it simple. Right here, the event start date, I'll leave as is. Same thing right here. I'm just really going to speed this through. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I'm going to go ahead and hit next right here. We can choose filters, guys. I like using filters. I'm also going to use the airdrop feature on this one. And then on top of that, really important, guys, on the left side right over here, let's go ahead and print. Okay, so now we're going to be doing filters, airdrop, and print. Of course, you can do email, text messaging, and a few other things. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move forward now. I'm just going to go ahead and select a admin passcode. That's it right there. Right here as print options, it says limit number of prints per session. I disabled it, but if I enable it, this means that you can only print out so many prints per session. Okay, so I'll go ahead and disable that. Okay, because if there's 3 folks, I want everyone to leave with a physical photo. That's the whole purpose, right? And then limit number of total prints, I disabled that as well. Enable auto print. There might be some folks that just want the actual digital file and not the print, so I disabled it. I don't want to do auto print, so I'm going to leave this right here as is. Now for the template, guys, we're using 4x6. So right here, I would go with something like this. All right, it's gonna be a single overlay. It's gonna be a total of 4 shots. So when we go to edit, you guys, there's a countdown right here. My countdown, I keep it anywhere from 3 to 4, but since I want this video to be nice and short, I'm only gonna leave about 2 seconds to strike another pose for you guys, okay? And then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a photo like this one right here, just like a nice big photo. And so I'm gonna do a single overlay, just like that. If you guys explore this area, you'll notice that the options change because it's a single photo. So we're gonna go ahead and do save as well, just like that. All right, then we're gonna go next. We're not gonna mess with any of this, guys. We're gonna leave this as is. Of course, if you guys were at an event, you might want to hide certain things like the retake button. That way every photo gets captured and they can't retake it. So it actually kind of forces them to take another photo so you have a larger gallery. All right, just a quick tip there. And I'm going to go to next after that. For the filters, guys, if you go to guest filters, it's going to allow your guests to say, you know what, I want to beautify my picture, or I want to do like a, for example, black and white, or a K-dash. The K-dash and black and white, the biggest difference is K-dash is black and white with the beauty filter on top, and the black and white is just black and white. So I'm gonna go with black and white without the beauty filter, and I'm gonna go done, next, and we are almost done. We're gonna go to create event, and the event is now a success. It only took us, I think, less than 2 minutes to get this done. I could have done it in maybe 60 seconds, but I really wanted to kind of just show you guys the fundamentals of getting that event launched and good to go. So let's go ahead and move over now to the iPad. All right, let's do this. We are on. All right, guys, so we are making good progress. We are moving fast. And now for the fun part, we're gonna be connecting to WCM Plus so that we can get these physical prints right from our
photo booth.
And on top of that, remember guys, we're gonna time these photos to see how fast they print out. You guys are gonna be in situations one day, or you probably already experienced this, when you guys are at a homecoming and there's hundreds of people that wanna use your photo booth and they requested prints. So this is a great way, guys, to upsell your client and let them know, like, this is our rate for digital copies, right? And this is our bundle with the physical prints, and this is an upsell, so you guys can charge an additional $250. Work out the math, whatever is worth it for you, move forward. Bottom line, guys, is you're able to accommodate more of your clients and at the same time bring in more revenue by investing in a printer like the one I'm presenting here today. Now, I know deep inside that I'm going to be moving on and selecting different types of printers, because different types of printers will give you different types of prints as far as sizes go and quality. But the DMP RX1 is, like I said earlier, a workhorse. It prints out fast, and the media kits are not very expensive. So I'm trying this out, but I got another premium photo booth. There's so much more that we have to share, but let's stick to the topic, guys. Let's go ahead and rock it out. I'm gonna go ahead and jump onto the iPad to give you guys exactly the steps on how to set it up with your iPad. Let's do that right now. All right, guys, so we're gonna take that same photo or printout from earlier that has this information, and we're gonna go ahead and open up the camera on the iPad. We're gonna go ahead and scan the portal QR code like this. Super fast. It took us exactly where I wanted to go. So the next thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna show you guys the dashboard a little bit. But before I do that, I'm gonna zoom in so that you guys can try to get a better understanding and a visual of what I'm gonna be showing you guys really quick here. So I'm gonna click on this hamburger icon. We see that there's printers, device, network settings, and systems, all right? So if I go to printer right here, it's gonna show me the RX1. It's gonna give me the serial number and the firmware, and I'm gonna go to printer settings like this, and I'm gonna leave it at America's default. It gives you the option to do glossy or matte, and from what I understand, and I ran a few tests, is that glossy prints out faster than matte, just so you guys know, all right? So we're gonna leave that as is, and then I'm gonna save, okay? I'm gonna save, and then from there, I wanna show you guys, we're gonna go to device. You guys can go to device info. You can always refresh. You can go to time and date, login, factory reset, power. Every time you guys make changes, you guys want to come right over here and go to restart. If you guys are having some type of hiccup, come over and go to restart. That should definitely take care of most of the problems. Of course, I haven't experienced too many problems, but just wanted to point that out. So that's exactly what we wanted, all right? So it's connected to the printer, it acknowledged the printer, and bam, let's do this. Let's go ahead and open up Snapic now. And this is the one that we created together. Now, when you guys are on the Snapic dashboard, we're gonna come over to where it says Configure Printer. I'm gonna go to Configure Printer, and then I'm gonna select AirPrint right in here, just like that. And then I'm gonna choose a printer by going right on that button right there. Look at that. It acknowledged the RX1HS right there. So go ahead and select that. And now I'm just gonna go to Save right here. Boom, Save. So now we've selected our printer on the Snapic software. Now the fun part, let's take a photo. Let's see how fast it takes to print out. Let's do that together right now. I'm gonna go to Start a Photo right here. It's registering my device. There I am right now with my camera pointed right on there. I'm gonna leave everything on auto because the lighting here is decent. And so I'm gonna go to Start Booth, and we're gonna go for a still photo. Let's do 4 poses. That's cool with me. So that's us right there. All right, so this is what I wanna do, guys. I'm gonna pan this back a little bit. The reason why is because we're gonna do a test speed together. And so what that's gonna look like is I'm gonna take a photo, and let me just do that right now really quick. One more. All right, sweet. Okay, so there we are. And then as mentioned earlier, there are filters right down here, which the attendees can select whether they want to beautify by hitting the beauty, or if they want to do the black and white, all right? But I want to definitely use the color. I don't want to use black and white because we want to definitely see the quality of the prints, okay? So I'm going to pan out. But before I do that, right, let's go to Next right here. And see that there's an icon now available to us, guys, and it's the icon of a photo. So I'm gonna hit Photo. It's gonna say a copy, how many copies we want, and then I'm gonna go to Print. But before I do that, I wanna make sure that I pan this out so that you guys can see from the time I hit Print and how fast it'll actually print and show on the printer here on this end here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pan this back and then move it to this side in a few seconds, okay? So yeah, we'll do that together. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna walk over here. You know what I should do too is I should time it with an actual timer. That'll be pretty dope. Let's see here. Now this step right here is probably one of the most important things for me, and this is exactly why I went with this specific printer, because I needed it to be as fast as possible so that I don't have people waiting. That was becoming the bottleneck of the experience for the client. And they didn't like that, I didn't like that. So let's go ahead and hit Print. And as soon as I hit Print, I'm gonna hit Start right over here as well. So Print, Start, Continue. And then I'm gonna pan the camera out this way, right there. 13 seconds. We'll see how fast it's gonna print out. "25 seconds, 26, 27 seconds. It printed this photo out in 27 seconds. That is not too bad. And here is the actual photo. So here I am again on the dashboard. This is exactly the same event we used earlier when we took a photo with the iPad. The only difference now is we have the iPad connected with a USB Type-C cable to a USB Type-C end connected to the Canon R7. The Canon R7 has a Godox trigger that's connected to this Explorer 600 right up here. And so let's go ahead and check out the next steps, shall we? All right, so I'm gonna select my camera, and the way I'm gonna do that here on Snapic is I'm gonna go to Configure Camera, And as you guys see, there's no RX7. Don't be alarmed, that's all right. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on to the photos. Now that it's turned on, it's powered, it sends the signal, and now we can select the Canon R7 right in here like that. It's gonna connect to the device, and then from that point on, it's still connected to the printer. We haven't changed anything. I'm gonna go to start the photo, okay? Now, I do wanna change a few settings to get some really good images. So when I go to the image right here, first I wanna make sure my ISO is set to 100. If you guys wanna get really good photos, you wanna make sure your ISO is as low as possible. When you're taking videos, same thing. And for my aperture, I wanna change it to 1.8. 1.8 is gonna let the most light come in. So that's what it's set to right now. And then everything else, I will leave the same. I'm gonna go to start booth, still. And for this one, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna go with this style. And then I'm gonna hit next. I'm gonna back up a little bit so you guys can see kind of everything happen from the outside right over here. Got it. Okay, got the timer ready. Let's go ahead and take a quick photo here. Tap start. It's gonna be a total of 4 photos. Remember guys, we only had the timer for 2 seconds, so every 2 seconds, it's taking a photo of me. Sweet. All right, so I want to show you guys that. And so I'm gonna hit printer, print start. All right, let's back it up. Let's see how long it takes here to print. Can we beat 27 seconds? We're about to find out. "22 seconds. 22, 23, 22 seconds. This was a little faster than the iPad. And quite honestly, I'm very happy with the results. Very happy, guys, because speed is everything when it comes to service. And so there you have it. This is basically my entire setup for right now. I have a total of 6 booths. So congratulations if you guys got your business started already. And right now you're just hungry for information. This is the channel. And we can even do a little comparison. So this photo was using the iPad Air 5th generation. This photo right here was using, of course, the Canon. I want to say probably the greatest difference would be that the background is always going to be a little bit more blurred out with the lens that we're using. But quite honestly, guys, don't give yourself an excuse on why not to get started, because quite honestly, you can get started with at least just one photo booth, a standard selfie photo booth. If you guys want to buy the equipment, as far as the shell goes at wholesale price, just know that I buy directly from the manufacturer. You guys can check out my suppliers in the description box below. Really quick, guys, the main reason I put this entire video together is, but before I say that, just let you know that, man, guys, it took me so much effort to put this video together. There was mental blockages. Every time I thought of like setting everything up, something was not allowing me to put this entire video together. But I knew I wanted to put it together for you guys because I was losing too much valuable time doing so much research on exactly how to achieve what I showed you guys here today, which is why I take you guys to these baby steps on how to get familiar with the equipment, the software, and the overall setup. So yeah, there was mental blockages and other energies getting in the way of this video, but here it is. It's birth. It's manifested. So I hope you guys take a quick second right now to hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button for me, because like I said, guys, this video is for you. The main reason I shot this video is because I want you to make more money, because money can be used as a tool to better your lifestyle, not to better your emotional state or your problems that money can't fix, but it does give you access to a different lifestyle. So money should be used as a tool. And I was losing out on money when people would call me and request physical prints. My idea was just to drop off as many selfie booths on the weekend or even the weekday and not worry about prints, not worry about a printer, not worrying about the actual die and the media kit and everything that ties into what generates a physical photo print. But as we know, guys, that these are always going to be around. Digital things are awesome. They make life easier, but the physical touch is just like picking up a book, getting the texture of the page and just having that scent. So I want you guys to make more money by offering physical prints to your clients. This is exactly why I made this video, because I want you guys to do great in your business. Now, some of these things probably sparked up a few questions. And if you guys want to get a hold of me, you guys can do so by booking a one-on-one with me. If I have time, I'll accept the request on my calendar. If I don't, it just is what it is, guys. I'm a very busy guy and I am trying to learn as much as possible so that I can take these learnings, pass them on to you guys in hopes that you guys can also reach new levels in your business. So I hope you enjoyed the entirety of this video. My name is David Rodriguez, Life Path number 7. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have an excellent day, night, or afternoon. Peace.